Hey everybody, welcome back to the Benny and Johnny show. Sans Johnny today. He's actually hanging out at PRI in Indianapolis. So, what I'm going to do is thought might as well get a little bit of work done. Let me show you here. I have installed new headlights on the Trans Am. When I say headlights, obviously I mean fog lights. Look what we got. Here we are, looking nice and finished. We had previously had some really bad junkers. You know the stock ones here. Look familiar? Garbage. These things, 3 candle power, maybe 4. Generous. Being really generous here. So you'll see here at the end of the video, the new ones are looking pretty nice. Well, gang, we are on a mission today to swap out these with these. I think it's 4.5 inch. They're like the Harley Davidson Daymakers or whatever the very, very insanely power of the sun in your eye bright lights are that those guys have. Ideally, we will be able to put these so they are, well, they're going to be recessed so far into the little headlight bezel that I think we're not going to really be blinding oncoming traffic. If anything, we might have to tint the top of these, but I think we should be good. So anyways, let's follow along and see what we can do. Okay, so we have them removed. As you can see, there's no mounting points on this new one. So I'm going to pull the old one off. I'm going to look about using this, lining it up, and drilling a hole, maybe putting a nut or just tapping this area right here, upper side or down. For mine, I would imagine yours also, that DOT SAE, that is the top of the light. That way the beam pattern is low, the cutoff's nice and sharp. I don't think we're going to have any issues with this. This is what we've done, modifying the bracket. So I've cut off this top tab. You see this long one right above this hole here. And that was previously used for fog light adjustments, which is fine in theory. However, we've all driven these. Adjusting those fog lights is going to make zero difference. They're trash. General Motors, you trash. Especially this fog light. So I had to, well, I guess we didn't have to, right? It's an extremely tight fit. Getting this out through the back, through underneath. And now, with this new bracket and the riggery that I have done upon it, the actual fog light now, yeah, go ahead and yell at me for letting this dangle. Excuse me. From here to the front of the fog light is about 3/4 of an inch, maybe 2 inches, maybe a whole inch longer. There's no way that was going to go back in through underneath. So cutting that off allows us to feed it through this way. Also, depending on the model of light you get, I had to do some trimming on the back of the housing to clear the wire here. So that wasn't too much clearancing. Other than that, drilling some holes through the bracket, and then also through the fog light itself, and a bit of thread lock. So listen, I know that's hideous, okay? No worries there, but when it's all said and done, tell me if you can see this. Like, you can't tell that this one's just as bad. It is just as marred up in the back, but there she is sitting in the housing. So let me get this other one installed, and I'll show you underneath, or show you the cutoff here shortly. Here we are underneath, have some light shining up. Here is the bracket coming through. So this hole here lines up with this hole here. Sorry, this one here, this one here. So not a whole lot of room to work with the camera and having another hand free. So I put you down here, I'll tighten her up, show you finished. Alright, intermediate sep. Here she is with the screws in. You want to make sure that this wire is tucked away, and you can see the clearance. You can see how far that this is sticking in to the bezel. I mean, that's a whole inch, if not more, right? So you have to try to worm this out through that, and then once get that through the plate here. Yeah, great. You guys can see that real easily. Perfect. Alright, let me tighten these bolts up. So one thing to notice real quick, guys, I thought that you had to remove these holes to access the fog lamp, because that's how you access the turn signals. However, all you really need to do is there are 3 plastic pinholes here. I don't know what they're called. They're like those locking plastic pins. That's all you need to do to then pull this the back of this air dam up, or I guess this is the air dam, so this is just kind of like a contour piece here underneath the nose. So here she is, all said and done with the new fogs. Look pretty good, so I went the black versus the chrome. Let me tag these on real quick. Keep in mind it's getting late December here. Colt, it's in my garage, it's buttoned up. Here we go. Here's some cut off. Give you an idea. Try to make it a bit light sensitive. And you see, I mean, it's nice and sharp. Got a motorcycle tire there, so I mean, for comparison, we're looking at maybe just 2 feet off the ground. It's not going to blind anybody. No glare. These are not, you know, HIDs and halogen bulbs, housings. This is a complete replacement. And nice cutoff. And you can see the garbage pile of recycling I got to take. Way to stay classy. Anyways, wraps us up for the most latest Benny and Johnny show. We'll catch you guys soon.